So the question was just on the Latitude on feature and when we might see
it. It will be available in the 4200 and the 4300 categories of products. When those products ship in the next 30 days, those products will be hardware enabled to support that technology. We will ship it before the end of the year. It is a standalone secondary processor and its own operating system. And it allows us, because of that, to bypass the host CPU and the host OS to get this notion of always on and instant access. We can use the capacity of these large batteries, which if any of you have a cell phone, compare this battery to that battery. That will allow us to have huge capacity to allow this to operate multiple days on a single charge in that mode. We can pull at the refresh rate that you want to pull that data in. I'm probably not ready to disclose a whole lot more than that to hopefully whet your appetite. That's new and exciting things coming. Where we really think this is a notion of revolutionizing how people use business laptops, and it's something that we think we have a heads up on.
Is that technology based on SplashTop?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
SplashTop is a software-only technology.
Correct.
And it doesn't give you the extended battery life that Jeff was mentioning. It actually could impact your battery life.
And to do the things that we're doing, to use the screen and keyboard, you have to have hardware control. And that's
okay,
what
Aaron,
we've
you have
done.
a follow-up?
Yeah, can you just clarifying on the Latitude on? So it's a second processor plus some software. And this lets you do what? It lets you bypass fully booting up Windows to get to your data?
That's correct.
That's essentially it.
Very simply put, imagine, like I carry, probably like many of you, a BlackBerry. What I like about the BlackBerry is my data is always fresh, and I can almost instantly get at it. What I don't like about the BlackBerry is, unlike my kids, I can't thumb out a message very well, and I really can't see much on my BlackBerry. It's good for reading simple emails and texting things back and forth. On the other hand, what I like about my notebook is I can consume rich content, I can create content, but on the other hand, I can't get at my stuff instantly, and even when I do bring the machine up, I got to wait for it to go refresh and sync up the data. So imagine you take the best of those worlds, right? Where now you have a notebook where you have a big keyboard, a big screen, you can consume and create content, but you can instantly access your data. By the time you lift your screen up, you're looking at your contact list, your emails, or your schedule, or whatever the case may be. And yet, by doing that, I don't impact battery life. I actually go the other way around. I actually now take what used to be many, many hours of battery life, and I turn it into days of battery life. That's the experience we're creating with this. And it's not a piece of software. It's a fully dedicated subsystem that was really designed specifically for these tasks in mind. So it's pretty exciting.
What can't you do when you start up in that mode? You can't do
Well, you can't play games, of course. You can't. There's a lot of things that, what we intended it to do is we focused on what are the, probably many of you guys like me walking around, what are you doing every day? You do email, you look at your calendar, maybe you look up a contact, maybe you jump on the internet. Maybe when you get an email, you get an attachment, you need to view it, you need to respond to that. I bet 95% of you, that's what you do all day long on your systems. This subsystem was designed to do exactly those set of things.
What's the OS?
It's an embedded Linux solution.
Was this developed by Dell or a third party? Who's the
Absolutely
third party?
developed in conjunction, but architected and driven by Dell. We used some partners to help do some of the work.
So you developed the operating system, you
We didn't write the operating system.
Okay. Well, what did you develop, and who's the third party who did the hardware?
We're not ready to talk about this yet.
Stay tuned.
I think we've got,
Coming soon.